Okay, we're live. Oh man, this is weird. So we are live once again, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little countdown montage as well. And yeah. uh, yep, that was an awkward moment. Pretty cool. Okay, so we're live once again. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be recovering this video right there, and then yeah, because I think those notes are in my drive, but we can't just make a new one because we can't. But I'll have to do like a little review on those notes like the next time I go live. So yeah. So let's go and start the video, and here we go. All right.
Hello and welcome to the audio-visual commentary for Finding Nemo. I'm Andrew Stanton, the director of the film.
And I'm Lee Unkrich, the co-director.
I'm Bob Peterson, the co-writer of Finding Nemo.
You're about to watch the entire movie with a very unique commentary where Lee, Bob, and I will not only be talking about the film, but it'll also cut to video clips that show different aspects of how we made the movie.
Your DVD player will automatically go to these video clips, play them, and then jump you right back to the audio commentary.
If you ever want to skip over the video segment, just hit the next button on your remote. So now you can sit back, relax.
Hey, whoa. I didn't get my close-up. You and Lee both got a close-up. I want a close-up.
All right, fine, you can wrap it up.
Thank you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the audio-visual commentary presentation of Finding Nemo.
Too close.
What? What?
Okay, number one, that intro was kind of okay, but the camera got too close to him, and I don't know why, but that is weird. But yeah, hopefully this video won't lag, and let's keep going.
The anemone tendrils you see in the test really just are Sully's hair.
Now guys, remember, those notes, what we took last time on our last episode, but right now we're going to recap the thing that we just covered on. So the next time I go live, we're going to be recovering, we're going to be recapping those notes, which they are on my drive. So let's watch the video, and here we go.
The hairs are fatter. They're a different color.
I mean,
They're
just
tapered at the end.
just review on. So just saying.
And they're being pulled up instead of pushed down by gravity, and they're waving around. Other than that, it's really just hair. The final anemone was much more complicated than that. Each tendril is really a cloth sac.
I hope y'all can learn. I hope y'all can learn that too, because I have learned these before when I was like, let's say about 3, I guess. I don't know how old I was back then, but I have learned so many. And then now we're on to this year, and we're gonna be covering on this video right now. Let's keep going.
There's a lot more control over how they move, and of course they look completely different. The tendrils getting out of the way of the little balls it goes through is an automatic thing.
But
Nobody
thank you.
had to animate that. The simulation just does that. Most of the time, once you get it set up, that works pretty well, but sometimes, well, I really don't want this tendril here, I have to get out of the way.
There were definitely some situations where the tendrils around the characters didn't do the right thing just out of the simulation. So Cameron Miyazaki, one of our new guys, we gave him the challenge of animating the tendrils. He animated them and beautifully well, and that's what you see in the film today. 99% simulation and 1% animation.
Cool. Thank you.
And look up at the moon, just like tonight.
And he lived on a big house on the edge of the reef.
No, it was small.
Tiny.
But it was surrounded by billions of hungry sharks.
No. Just some
That's
seaweed
so many.
and a clam.
What?
Aw.
And we lived happily next to a roaring volcano.
A
that was-
volcano? Really?
No, it was a regular house on a regular reef, and it was just perfect for us.
What did I look like?
Well, you were so little, I could hold you in my fin.
I remember somebody looking at me. What did Mommy look like?
She was very pretty.
And
Yep,
then the ocean
sure.
took Mommy away.
That's right, it did.
Yo, this is sad. This is sad. I don't know why. That is just pretty wrong. But yeah, for the 2 people are watching, thanks for that. And if you're enjoying this stream so far, give it a like, of course, and let's keep going.
To light the reef, it takes probably about 10 broad lights, but then when you add the characters,
Correct.
it could take up to 100 or more.
Yep.
There's a key light, which is kind of an overall bright light that determines the direction of the light. There'll be the caustic light, that dancing light on the ground that's coming through the water. There's also a bounce light, usually
Right.
from the sand. It's kind of a low-level bounce coming back up onto your props and fish.
Yep.
There'll be an
True.
overall kind of bluish fill. There's the murk and
Yep.
the fog lights. And when you put all those together, you get this gorgeous-looking reef.
Here we go. That's art.
Well, I do know one that's
Albert
pretty
Brooks
good.
recording
A
session
mollusk
outtakes.
swims up to it. No, he doesn't swim up.
In March
He was already
2002.
there. And a sea cucumber is standing next to him. They don't
Right.
stand, they grow in one place, but they do lean. Let me
Right.
start over. There was a sea mollusk and a sea cucumber. And they
Okay,
were
that's
both
an old
They
joke.
were both they were like friends.
Dang.
No, they didn't know each other. Because now one's going to ask something that a friend wouldn't know. The sea cucumber looks over to the mollusk, right? And he doesn't really look, he sort of glances. Actually, he was in the middle of a sneeze. That's sort of the important thing, because you got to imagine the sea cucumber sneezing. So
Oh,
he
wow.
sneezes, and then you know the way you do when you sneeze, your head sort of turns accidentally somewhere. So he looks over to the right, and he sees the mollusk. And so he looks at the mollusk, and he says, hey, not during low tide.
No, I'm good.
You know, I didn't get that exactly right. See, let me tell you something.
How is
The
that
mark
a
of
joke?
real
I mean, it's a
clever fish
joke. I mean, I don't
doesn't
know.
have to go exactly right. It's delivery.
What? I am lost.
Back in A Bug's Life, we discovered that presenting nature on screen meant simplification. We went diving, and we discovered that a coral reef could be broken down into 3 simple ideas. Tall vertical things.
And y'all, by the way, this video is like simply an hour long, but we hit like a 4-minute mark, which is like 30 minutes left. Just saying.
Big flat horizontal things, and round masses. So if you ignore the ground plane and the ceiling that is the ocean surface, you could have a 3-dimensional environment where you had those 3 ideas that you could present to an audience. That was our formula for constructing the coral reef.
Nice job.
Nemo? Mr. Ray?
Delete scenes.
Nemo!
June, same year.
I was swimming along and I couldn't find any food, so I just decided to hang out the other day.
Wow. There was a big clam? No. That's not true.
My son was about 5, so this would have been about 98, I think. And I had not seen him a lot because of a lot of work on Bug's Life, and so I wanted to spend some time with him. I said, so let's go take a walk. And so my little 5-year-old and we went out, and we were just going to walk down about 2 blocks to the park. And And I thought, oh, some father-son time. And I spent the whole walk just going, stay away from the curb. Don't touch that. You don't know where that's been. Oh, careful from that. Oh, there's a car. Oh, be careful, careful of that branch. You know, and I just spent the whole time correcting him and overprotective and making sure he didn't get hurt. And I just remember this other part of myself, watching myself going, you are just losing every opportunity. You're just missing out right now on being present with your son. And that just, I couldn't stop thinking about that. And I thought, geez, you know, here I am just wanting so badly to be a good father, yet I'm not achieving that. And so I thought, what a ironic dilemma. I thought, you know, fear can deny a good father from being one. And that intrigued me. And that became the missing link to putting all the pieces together for what ultimately became Finding Nemo.
So while he was doing his session, there were some people behind him in the background, and then they were just talking while he was doing his session, right? People were just talking, and then there was some people behind him in the background. So just saying.
Okay, so you like
Guys, hold on. Yeah, guys, I'm back. That was my cousin Luke. I just entered. That's fine, but let's keep going.
This really panicked little chicken fish. And you see Nemo swimming out all the way. You just go, just whatever comes to mind, Kathy. Whatever comes to your mind, that's what you think that character would be. Just jut it out. Just let it out.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh! Nemo's swimming out the sea!
Oh no!
Yes!
Okay, yes for you, but no for me.
I think we'll use that.
What kind of? I mean, that's cool. Why not?
And so he's out there.
I would give that like an 8 out of 10. So let's say that.
Swimming, and it's getting later and later. He's been asking fish after every fish. Excuse me, have you seen my dad? Have you seen him? Have you seen my son? I'm looking at my son. He's on this boat, but nobody will help him. Nobody at all. The rest of the gang are all behind Nemo. They're all going, Riley, we got to get you out. There's got to be a way to get you out. And they probably put their heads together. How do we get him out? How do we get you out? I heard of something once. This is risky. It may not work, but I heard of a fish from another fish that did this once. It's called flush, rush, and you're out. And Nemo goes, oh, it's okay, it's okay. I'm looking for somebody too. We can look together. Oh, thank you, thank you. You're so nice. Oh, I'm Dory. I'm Nemo. Nemo. That's a nice name. And Nemo, what? Guess what? Sea turtles. I met one. And they're 150 years old.
Great.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandy Blanket said they're 350 years old.
Okay, what? Bro, okay, hello.
I just always
What's going
remember
on now?
looking at
Okay.
fish and sensing how much light went through them.
Weirded out
So that was one of
now.
the first things
Why?
I saw Frick
I don't know
said,
why.
Can we make that?
What makes fish look so different from...
Alright, this is important. What? Okay. This is cool. This is so cool. Cause they're going to explain this to you guys. So that's just say.
Just a piece of plastic, basically, is that there's several layers working together
Robin
with light
Cooper.
to create this look.
And for a long time, we didn't have a word for it, a phrase for it. And finally, I was just like, well, it's like gummy bears. It's like when you put the
bigger.
You know, gummy bears. You can hold a light, and so it ended up becoming the catchphrase. We just call it the gummy effect.
Father Nemo.
I want to do that. I do, cause if I get gummy, like one gummy bear, and then if I shine that light, that would be amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, their illumination is probably 80% this gummy
Gotta
substance
itch.
in them.
Gotta
And then we
itch.
just augment with surface lighting to get it to look like, you know, they've got some sort of surface on top of all that so you can read their face. Because if they're too gummy, then you can't see any detail, you can't read any expression. So it's like finding that right balance to get them to look like they're both glowy and readable at the same time.
Okay. Pretty nice.
Got the ball! Hey, a game! Hey, can I play? Pick me! Me! Can I play?
The object is simple. Whatever you do... Okay, let's play.
It's a
There we
bomb.
go. Catch!
That ball's a bomb. That explodes. That explodes. Because if you drop it, it's gonna explode.
We caught it! Woo! We caught it! We caught it! We caught it!
Very nice. Well, I'm a nice shark.
Just watch. It'll explode.
Hey, what happens if you drop it?
It's gone now. Because it just exploded.
Ooh. Okay, I get it. I get it!
Yeah, you did. You did not get it.
Except bloody dolphins.
Except stinking dolphins.
Oh, look at me, I'm a flippin' little dolphin. Let me flip for you, ain't I something?
Oh, look at me, I'm a flippin' little dolphin. Let me flip for you, I know something.
Right then, today's meeting is step 5, bring a fish friend. Right then, today's meeting is step 5, bring a fish friend.
Okay, a job well done.
An important feeling of underwater, especially like World War II ships that end up at the bottom of the ocean, is that they rest and they decay. Smacking in of a huge great white shark into a door would release a bunch of sort of rust particles, silt, which had settled onto that stuff would get knocked up, and the water would get a lot murkier locally in the area, and then you see the silt kind of puff up and then settle back out. The key thing about doing silt and making it believable really has to do not so much with how it gets kicked up. Dust also responds on top of your refrigerator. You smack top of fridge, dust will kick up in the air. It has to do with how it settles out. And things slow down a lot faster in water. Water is way more viscous than air, as people know. And so when Bruce the shark knocks silt off a door or off the ground or something, as it is ejected into the water around him, it sort of flies in quickly, but then immediately slows down, is eased out by the water, and then gently settles out due to gravity. But once it's in the air, Bruce's tail then sort of swims by and kicks it. It all has to react to that as well. Keeping track of all those dynamic interactions underwater is quite difficult to do. We spent a lot of time and attention to make that look believable. And when it's done right in a shot, suddenly that adds a whole different additional level of believability to being underwater, which is a key story point in the film.
Pretty nice.
An explosion underwater has some different sort of properties than ones in air do. You typically get this fireball that goes big, gets small again, and leaves behind it a mushroom cloud of smoke that rises up through the water. Lighting also plays a huge component in connecting each one of the explosions to the ones that are local to it, so that when one of these things popped off, it would flash on all its neighbors, who would also then move them out. They'd pop off, they'd light the ones next to them and carry on and so forth, all the way through the entire set until the whole thing just went up one big popcorn explosion of red and orange and yellow and horribleness.
Okay, good.
What did you think when you found out that character had been named after you?
I think it's great. I mean, it's a little bit of a mixed bag because she's kind of is it the word villain? I have played a million practical jokes on Mr. Andrew Stanton, and I think it's just his way of getting me back.
Good job.
Klaus, the pinata's drooping. No, E equals MC squared, and you know it as well as I do. You have a bad haircut, Bobby. Who's there? Banana who? Aren't you glad? Big money! No whammies.
Okay, this is just it's only the music and the effects mix. That's all the attitude for this scene before they make it to a full one. Oh, that's scary. Okay, what now?
These 3 tiki heads are actual caricatures of Pixar employees.
Oh yes, these came from the notes. Now this character over here, Peter Son, he's a production artist. Now what's the other one? Nelson Bohol. He's also a production artist. Now what's the last one? Mr. Ricky. And I can't pronounce his last name, but he's an art director and characters. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Yep, that's for sure. And there we go. They made that faces.
Andrew was very clear of that he wanted this
Jeremy and
shot
Oren.
like we've never
Dig.
done before at Pixar, and so we use an extremely wide lens, which allowed us to get the camera really close to everything in the tank. And we're moving incredibly fast through a very small space, hitting very specific visual marks to tie in with his story.
Right.
From a lighting perspective, the shot also presents a difficult challenge insofar as there are setups for inside the tank clean, inside the tank with algae, outside
Oh,
the tank in the air,
disgusting.
outside the tank in the baggie.
I do not like
baggie moving
algae.
indoors and
It's so
outdoors
gross.
in several sets.
Okay, what now?
We used a tool called Pisces, which simulates the behavior of the
Pisces.
fish.
We know that one.
We would set up a bunch of basic parameters where the school would be, how fast they should swim, and then simulate and do iterations of that until we got something we liked. The number of fish that we would simulate would vary from 5 for a little small school in the reef to a couple thousand for some of the big hero schools and background schools. There's a lot of simulations where we would put a lot of fish in and then just kill the ones that were misbehaving. So basically, hundreds of CG fish died to make this movie.
Okay. School. Progression real.
You wouldn't know how to get there, would you?
What you want to do is follow the
Storyboards.
EAC. That's East Australian current. Big current. Can't miss it. It's in that direction.
You wouldn't know how to get there, would you?
What you want to do is follow the EAC.
Now it's the
That's
layout.
East Australian current. Big current. Can't miss it. It's in that direction.
You wouldn't know how to get there, would you?
What you want to do is
Animation.
follow the EAC. That's East Australian current. Big current. Can't miss it. It's in that direction.
And the final version is the full movie. Thank you for that one.
Well, we needed to figure out how jellyfish moved for one.
Dylan
and that was kind of
Brown.
what this was all about. And this was also to figure out give them something to
Layout
figure out all
two.
of the dynamics down below with.
We
And I
began
think
by
it was
taking
layout one, I think.
simple spheres as stand-ins for jellyfish and sprinkling them in the volume and pointing a camera that direction. We had no idea how complicated the path is going to be from that attempt at a simplistic view of the set to fully realizing the set
Genius.
with all the jellies moving all different directions, the camera flying through that in 3 dimensions with no reference for ground.
Guys, hold on a second. Sorry. I'm back, and I don't know what's going on. Let's keep going.
Plane, ceiling, or walls, the characters interacting with the jellies being see-through, and the whole thing together became quite a mess to untangle.
Quite a Pandora's box, this little guy right here. But it was worth it because it's beautiful in the film. It's a beautiful scene.
I mean, it's good.
One of the most important elements to make the tank look
Why
believable
not?
in the set that it was in
I'm
was
cold
the use
now.
of reflections
I'm
and
cold
refractions,
from the air.
looking from outside in and inside back out. Took both videotape footage, stuck our heads in tanks, stuck our heads outside tanks, and stared at the fish in the tank we had downstairs to really get a sense for how the image gets warped and distorted by the glass and water interface. The effect itself, the physics are well understood. To do it in computer graphics cheaply is hard, and especially to cheat it so we can control it, which is one of the key things about it. And so we weren't able to just duplicate physics directly. We need to put controls in to adjust it and fudge it.
Okay, cool.
Where are you from, Gil?
Oh, you wouldn't have heard of it, shark bait. It's a rough part of the ocean.
Where is the rough part of the ocean?
Use your tail. Your tail. It's called Bad Luck Bay.
That's a lie! That's a lie, but guys, that's a lie. Yep, that's a lie, but guys, on the other hand, we are going to stop right about there, 1805. So, so far we enjoyed it. That's pretty nice. But we're gonna finish it next time and then go over those notes soon. And, yeah. So far, it was pretty good. So, yeah. So, guys, if you enjoyed this, first episode, give it a like. And then, also comment any questions or any thoughts so far about this series. And, also comment any questions so that way I can answer you back. And then, also, share this video too as well. Yeah, share this video too as well. And, also, if you are all new to my channel, my main channel, hit that subscribe button. We're close to 500 subs. And, of course, it's free to subscribe. And then if you do, to my bell on whenever I, upload a new video or go live. So, till then, hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. As always, stay safe, stay positive, and yeah. So I'm gonna leave it here for now, and I'm gonna be filming another episode later on tomorrow. If not, I'll film it Saturday, and yeah. So till then, hopefully you guys. See you, I guess. Bye.